Welcome to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbee. This afternoon, we are doing the GRCAM virtual conference, and our theme is waging war against a 400-year mentality. And I have a special guest with us today, Coach Erica Patmore. So go ahead, you're on the air. Tell my listeners a little bit about yourself and about your company, and then we can start.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to join this podcast. And, I commend the work that you're doing and the project and the film that you're trying to get funded, which is so important, your mission for our community. And I'm really hoping that we are able to get lots more people supporting your project. Whatever I can do on my end, I'm willing to do, because I know this is something that you're trying to do for the community. I myself, my name is Erica Padmore. I'm a certified wellness coach and dispensary owner, food security advocate, cancer survivor. And so I actually became a wellness coach because I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer and wanted to really find a holistic approach to my health. And, you and I met on Facebook, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about me. You guys can find me at Erica, the Wellness Coach, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Just look me up. You'll find me there. And so I do detoxification, bioscans, blood type testing, how to eat for your blood type, cancer coaching. I have a virtual dispensary. And so if people are looking for products from that dispensary, we have amazing products there. Particularly the Rick Simpson oil is one of my favorite for people with late stage cancer and many other autoimmune diseases and pain. And I just, I'm here to serve the community, just very much like you, Mr. Barbee. So I know today we want to talk, you're going to talk about, the waging war, the Willie Lynch, mentality. So I want you to go ahead and talk a little bit more about that. I had an opportunity to read, and what the work that you're doing is really very important work. And let's talk about it. Let's just take the time to talk about it, about yourself, what this GRCAM is all about. What got you passionate about really starting this nonprofit, and why is it so important for you to really get this funded? What are you looking to do once you get it funded? How you're looking? What is your vision for transforming the community once all of that is funded? And why we need the support from our community, and that parlays into the Willie Lynch syndrome. So I'll let you. I know I asked you a few questions, but I'll let you start where you want to go.
You threw a lot at me. So if you could,
Yes.
if you don't mind, can you just back up for a moment?
Yes.
And
so let's start.
whatever questions you want to ask me, just ask me, and so I can just put it out there.
Okay. The first one is, what does GRCAM stand for, and what made you decide to start this organization? What got you excited about that?
Okay, let me just stick with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So GRCAM stands for the Grassroots Community Activist Movements.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I started that back in 1991 on a site called Gopher. And during that time, at the internet stage, that was at its infancy. So it was more so like a message board, so to speak. And it was only geared toward college students. So it wasn't out for the public yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I started it that way because I did street ministry for 2 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, the Lord put in my heart to, try to do something positive, for my community. And so what I did, because I saw a lot of homeless individuals in my community, I fed them. I fed them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, as well as cheese sandwiches. That was the best that I can do because, I was working by myself. I didn't have much support. And so, it is what it is. And so, long story short, I had a vision. And I'm going to say that was from my creator, Lord and Savior Jesus / Yahshua. He commended me what I was doing. He said I was doing a fantastic job and all that. But he was saying that all I was doing was just putting a Band-Aid on an open wound. So that wasn't going to solve the problems. The problem's still going to be there.
Correct.
You know? So he wanted me to create this organization. And that is the Grassroots Community Activist Movement. And it's based on my life experience, you know? And we want to solve problems, not just sit up here and complain about the white man and the government. That's what I want to do with my business. So, you know, like I said, I did street ministry and things like that. So I have experience in that. And so this is why I wrote my story.
It's kind of cloudy, so you can't see. It's kind of cloudy, so you can't really read the.
I hear you. No problem, y'all. But anyway, it's called The Solution for Black America: Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, 2nd edition. And you can find this book in the comment section below this video podcast, especially on side A, because I already did my presentation. So now we're on side B. So people can find that. And this is the foundation for my Christian business. I have that. Also, I have a virtual store where I sell items such as what I'm wearing, t-shirts, beach towels, coffee mugs, posters, etc. But that's my way of trying to generate capital to get my nonprofit organization to move from behind a computer. But as I shared with you earlier, my book has been on Amazon for 12 years and still barely selling. And my virtual store, same thing. Items are barely selling.
What is the website? What is the website for your store, please?
Again, everybody can find those websites at the comment section below this video podcast. I'm going to put it on there once we're finished with this part of the I'll say virtual conference, but it's on side A, so people can get it that way. Okay. Awesome. And so I got very discouraged. I was like, well, Lord, you know, I wrote the vision and made it plain. And I have the virtual store, and I can't make Black Americans buy the book. You know, it is what it is. So now I'm trying to turn my book into a film because I refuse to be ignored. Trying to build something positive for the African American community. But they, you know, people are all into themselves. And with this Willie Lynch mentality that I'm talking about, a lot of Black Americans have become Americanized. I got mine, you get yours. And they also have developed a narcissist type of behavior. So it's not about community anymore. It's about, hey, I'm just trying to look out for myself and, you know, maybe my someone I'm in love with. But I don't care about the masses. And over here, I care about the masses. So I used a lot of different sites I was on. I'm gonna say I can't exactly know the exact year. I'm gonna say probably 1999 when Black Planet came out. That's when my stuff was really taking off online, and I really enjoyed being on Black Planet because you know, I had my online same groups that I have on Facebook. They was on there, so all I did was just use the same names. But you know, I got a lot of positive response on there and interacting with a lot of people and all that. And so my thing is, I'm trying to move my business from behind a computer. But I want to make sure that I get my, turn it into a film to get my message out there loud and clear so the Black world can know my story. You know what I'm saying? For credibility. I'm almost finished because I want to get to your point. Now, the grassroots community activist movement, that's just, you know, that's just part of it. The main thing that I have to build, as well as my members, because this is going to be membership based. All the naysayers that rejected me, all that stuff for the past 32 years, they will not be part of my business because we're declaring war on this Willie Lynch mentality. So just bear with me, please. It's going to be 9 main components for my Christian business, and the name of the Christian business that we're going to build, me as well as my GRCAM members, we're going to build this together. It's going to have a social service component. It's going to have a spiritual component, which will be optional for secular people. We're not going to be hitting people upside the head, telling them that they got to be saved, because that's a personal choice between them and their creator. We're not playing that. We're going to teach our members the importance about politics. Very important. A lot of Black Americans, the reason why we're in our social conditions that we're in today is because we don't understand politics. Black Americans have been voting for the Democrats for the past 60 years, and we don't have nothing to show for. And the Democrats, you know, they're giving all our, I would say all the gains that our grandparents fought and died for during the 60s, during the civil rights movement, to, you know, these illegal immigrants. That's not right. But that's Black America's fault for not demanding economical tangibles for our vote. But, you know, that's another story. Number 4, we're going to have an entrepreneur component. So we're going to teach our members how to create a nonprofit business as well as how to create a for-profit business, because I know how to do that. I have been paying for this business title since 1990. Out of pocket, I've been paying the city, state, and the IRS. That's not right. And I'm not getting support from the Black community for trying to do this. That's not cool at all. And I refuse to be ignored. And this is how come I created this platform. This platform is not for entertainment. This is a platform is for a call of action. Again, I want to connect with other like-minded Black Americans, like-minded African immigrants to work with me to turn my ideas into a reality. We're going to have an entertainment component, and that's where we want to create Black empowerment films. Our first film is the film that I'm trying to create, Hood Liberator, made in Chicago. The war against Willie Lynch begins, and that's based on my experience. And this business, you know, that I'm trying to, you know, turn into a reality, the grassroots community activist movement. All my members worldwide, I want y'all to be a part of this. Don't wait until, you know, I blow up and all that stuff. Work with me while I'm small, because this is what I'm all about. I want to work with small people that's doing positive things, that's being overlooked by society. This is how come I host my show every week, trying to encourage everybody that's on my Facebook friends list, everybody that's in my social groups that have businesses, small ministries, to come on here and for them to promote their businesses and ministries or their music. And I'm going to do this in my real business too. So but I'm going to charge a small fee for that. Say that again.
How much are you looking to raise for your?
Oh, hold on. Let me finish. I got to go to my points. I'm sorry. Okay. I got to go there. This is very important.
No problem.
Number 6, we're going to have a Black grassroots media, because that's very important. That's right now. This is our grassroots media right here, but we're using other people's platforms. That's why they can take it down if we say something offensive. That's not cool. Should be able to have freedom of speech. Over here, we don't do hate speeches. We just speak our truth. And I preach, I preach the gospel of truth with facts. So Eric, that's how come it's very important when I do my presentations that, you know, I let people know exactly my sources so they can fact check. That's how come I don't have to do debates if I'm able to back up what I'm saying, you know, with the facts. You know, it is what it is. Number 7, we're going to have the health and wellness component, and that's where you're going to come in, because once we have this Christian business up and running here in the city of Chicago, specifically, On the west side of Chicago, we're going to cover Austin, Garfield Park, and North Lawndale. And then eventually we're going to expand to the south side of Chicago and replicate the same business. And so you can come here, you can speak, you can promote your business about, health and wellness that you do. And, that's what I'm all about. Number 8, we're going to have a science and technology component. And number 9, we're going to have a travel and tourism component. Now I'm almost done. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach out to African immigrants within the United States of America from 10 African nations. They are as follows: South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. It's very important that I have you all step up and work with me. We're not out here doing marching and protesting. That's not what we do over here. This is business. And that's who I'm trying to connect with, business people. And the best way to help me do this is first purchase my revised book. Read my book for yourself. If you agree with my vision and plan to help improve the African American community, make arrangements with me to come on this platform so we can talk about it and encourage others to get involved. Also, put me on blast. That means share my video podcast with all your friends on all social media sites that you are on, so that way it can go viral. Now, only thing I'm saying is with this film project, I'm using crowdfunding, so that way people would know where the money is going and also our progress. So we're using GoFundMe, and again, I have that in the comment section below this video podcast, as well as our PayPal page. So those are the two, GoFundMe and our PayPal page, that people can look at. I would recommend look at it every 2 weeks. But that's how you can figure out our progress in terms of raising funds. Because I've been pushing this, I'm saying this year since January. And out of 2,000 people that's on my Facebook friends list, only one person has donated. So to me, that's like a slap in the face. Like, oh, Emmanuel, we don't care about your vision to help improve Black America. We believe in these career politicians, but Black women have gave Kamala Harris political campaign. They raised $1 million. That's a doggone shame. And that lady didn't do anything for Black America for the past 4 years since she was in office. I hope, okay, I'm done. I hope I answered your questions.
Okay. So what you were saying is, I think the question, did you mention that how much you were looking to raise for your film project?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I'm trying to raise $250,000. I really wanted $500,000 to make a quality film, but shucks, I'll just bring it down to $250,000. And once I raise that, I'm going to reach out to a professional production company to see would they be willing to work with me based on that budget. But I am going to be in charge of that. I'm going to be involved with directing that film because that's my life experience. But I'm willing to hire a professional company, a legitimate professional company, to make sure that this is going to be a quality film that's going to sell and for us to generate the capital that we need. And the proceeds from that film, that's going to put me in a better position financially. So that way I can purchase property here in the city of Chicago. I can buy office equipment, and I can hire qualified Black middle-class professionals, as well as African immigrants from those 10 African nations that I mentioned. That's, again, for credibility, because once we get it popping here in Chicago, I want to turn the business over, and I'm going to South Africa to apply for dual citizenship to set my business up over there as well and shoot our second film, which would be known as African Liberator Battle Against the Colonized Mindsets. But first, I want to get it popping here in America first for credibility. All those people that set up here and rejected my vision and plan for the past 32 years, like I say, would not be part of my business. Because we're coming against that Willie Lynch mentality. People are going to want to be a part of this once they see that I'm making money in the business. The business is going to be a nonprofit portion as well as a for-profit portion of the business.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. So all the details in terms of how they can donate, information about your film project, information on your book, your store, where people can go and support. We're just asking you to support, check out his mission statement, check out all his credibility details. And if it aligns with you, if God is putting in your heart to donate, please share it. And let's donate. If you've got contacts in the film industry, if you've got people who are heavily funded and willing to fund, get in contact with this brother and help support him. I don't know if you want to talk much more about the Willie Lynch syndrome, but I really wanted to make sure people understood what you are about, what you are trying to accomplish. And even if you guys are subscribing to the YouTube channel, not just going there and watching a video, but subscribing, commenting, and sharing the videos, right? When he gets to a certain amount of followers, let's see if we can get him to 10,000 followers. If we can get those followers up, then he can start to monetize, and income will come in from there too. So whatever support you can give, whether it's sharing the videos and commenting and subscribing and purchasing the book and sharing the book and gifting the book, or going on his link and buying some kind of merchandise to support, or just flat out supporting the film. If you know people who deal with government grants and that can help, a grant writer, somebody who can actually, help with any kind of fundraising. If you have connections and contacts within your network, share that. Help this brother bring his dreams, his film to reality, because it helps all of us. And you're talking about being able to create jobs, being able to really change the community and impact the community in a positive way, stopping the genocide, what his book is about, of Black America. And we know that that's happening, and nobody's going to do that for us, as he mentioned, but us. We can't vote our way out of this, right? We have to be very proactive in what we do, and when we are able to come to the table as a huge voting bloc that's got that money and able to say, hey, you need to pass this and that and the other, we have more power. So I don't know at this point, Mr. Barbee, if you want to talk about, because I know this is the topic of the Willie Lynch syndrome. So I'll turn it back over to you. I don't know if you need me to still be here, but if you want to go ahead and start having a conversation about that, I wanted to just kind of ask you some questions, and for people to get more of a feel for what your heart, your passion, and what you're trying to do for the community. I do know this is the war on Willie Lynch, the 400 years, our mentality. And I know that is the subject for today. So I want you to be able to get into the subject matter, because I know some people are probably waiting to hear about that a little bit. So I don't know if you take it from here and you start with that. Again, I want to thank you for having me on. My name is Erica Padmore. You can find me as Erica the Wellness Coach. I'm a certified wellness coach and dispensary owner. So if any of you have ever wanted to own an online dispensary, or if any of you are dealing with health challenges, if you're dealing with cancer, if you're dealing with any ailments, you're needing detoxification, you're needing a bioscan, if you don't know what that is, or learning how to eat for your blood type, any of those things, please look me up. I can certainly be of some help to you. And I hope you guys support Mr. Barbee on his mission. And I'm excited to hear about what you have to say about the Willie Lynch syndrome. So I'm going to turn it back over to you. I'm going to shut my mouth now, and I'm going to allow you to speak.
That's fine. And also, I want my listeners to be able to participate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back to once we're finished. I'm gonna go back to Facebook and see if I can find people that's gonna be in a chat room, and I will drop that link so that way you can come on this show and talk with us live in real time. That's what this is all about. I'm trying to interact with people. I'm not on here for playing games. This is real business. And I stand 10 toes down on what I've written. If people get offended, it is what it is. Like I say, if you disagree, delete me off your friends list. Do not come to no events with my name on it, because I'm not compromising. Our children are they're going through a hard time, and it's going to get even worse. And unless we combat this Willie Lynch mentality that was imposed on us by the financial elites, by the white supremacist financial elites during slavery, it's going to continue. I don't want to go really too deep into the Willie Lynch thing, because I already provided the video. So people, all you got to do is watch that video on there. But in a nutshell, that's how the slave owners was able to break, I would say our ancestors that was enslaved. I'm just paraphrasing it, and I'm just saying it in a nutshell. There's different ways how you can say it. Some people say that the Willie Lynch letter never existed and all that stuff. So that's up for debate. But I know for a shadow of a doubt that this is the reason why we as Black Americans are off code, because of that Willie Lynch mentality and all of the principles that I have written in my revised book. That's the code for GRCAM members. Again, you don't have to be a Christian to be part of GRCAM, but all I care about is that you're going to be a law-abiding citizen. In this business, we're going to raise the bar. We're going to separate, I want to make sure that we create the best African-American business within the United States of America. That's my goal through this business. I want to make sure that we don't have any con artists. We're going to do our criminal background checks on people. We're going to have protocol in place to weed out individuals that's going to try to undermine us, because a lot of them are in the pockets of the white supremacist financial elites. They enjoy, they're Black just like us, and they enjoy seeing us being disorganized. Sitting up here, just acting a fool, fighting each other, and becoming consumers, not builders. Over here, we're going to build things. That's all I'm trying to do. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life in America, keep reaching out, being in this, being stagnant. That's why I'm calling upon African immigrants. It was Black Americans that helped fought for you all to be able to come to this country in the first place during the civil rights era. That's why I'm reaching out to you. Black America needs your help. And so we're going to get it popping here in America first, like I say, for credibility. So when we do come to those different African nations, we want to set up local chapters, and we're going to speak with African governments. Behind the scenes, I'm not going to put all the stuff out there, what we're going to do, but the bottom line, we're going to solve we're going to help improve the African economy in exchange for dual citizenship, because that's my way of trying to help my people, not to be sitting up here for us to keep marching and protesting, begging the descendants of slave owners for freedom, justice, and equality. That's how come they take us for joke. And yes, they do owe us reparations. So we're going to demand that, and we can demand that on the African continent. But right now, again, All I have is my revised book, my virtual store, and this film project that I'm trying to get popping. Very important. Um, those that work with me as it pertains to the film project, in terms of donations, in terms of helping spread the word, in terms of sharing my information and things like that, and leaving comments. That's important too, because we want that dialogue. You will go down in history with me and Sister Renee. Sister Renee has been I was blessed to have her. She's been working with me for the past 12 years behind the scenes. I respect, her wishes that she just want to be behind the scenes. She's not trying to be in the spotlight and all that stuff. But because of her faithfulness, I want to make sure before I leave the United States of America that we set up a chapter for her in dedication for her hard work in West Memphis, Arkansas. We'll set up a chapter for her there. And, I just hope and pray that, her family members would get involved, there. That's in West Memphis, Arkansas, to help her manage, the business there. Again, like my own family, I love my family, but a lot of them are full of Willie Lynch. I only speak with only a handful of them. It is what it is. That's why, they could buy my book. They don't want to buy my book. They don't want to buy items from my virtual store. It is what it is. But mark my words, once I start making money, once this organization is making a positive impact in the community, they're going to be the first ones up in my face talking about some congratulations. And then they're going to say, can I have? Because they're going to want to try to get in my pockets. So if I'm like that with my own flesh and blood, how you think I'm going to be with strangers? I'm not looking for no approval. I'm looking for those that's, want more out of life. Those are the type of people that we want to work with. We want to work with our brothers and sisters in the low-income African-American community. Because the people that's coming across that border, they're coming here for the bag. And white supremacist financial elites are intentionally dumping them in the African-American community. And as a result, we have to compete against them for resources. But they are in code. And Black American is not on code. So we're going to be in bad shape. That's all I can say. But at least I've been trying my best to get this thing off the ground. This election is very important. I hope people would take what I'm saying serious. And I hope that my listeners would, God would touch their hearts for them to, do the right thing and give this organization a chance. Because, again, I don't want to be doing this another 32 years. November the 10th will be 33 years I've been pushing this thing. Yes, it's frustrating, but this is spiritual warfare at its best. And all I want to say is I refuse to be ignored. This is how come I created this platform. Yes, people can laugh at me and say that my speeches sound monotone. Ain't no shame. I'm not ashamed to read my speeches. I want to make sure that my words is heard loud and clear to Black America and throughout the Black world, that the grassroots community activist movement is here to take the lead. So I need people that's brave enough, smart enough. Make yourself known. Don't wait until I'm dead. Work with me while I am alive so we can get this thing popping. This is not for me. I don't have any children because this world don't deserve my seed, but that's another story. I'm trying to be a blessing to those of you that have kids because they're the ones that's going to end up having to endure all of this unnecessary consequences because of that Willie Lynch mentality. We have to come against that. We have to be on code and separate ourselves again from con artists, the Black Boule, Democrat Shields, pedophiles, urban terrorists, all of those, coons, etc., sellouts, etc. So over here, we're about raising that bar. And so with that being said, the phone lines are now open. I'm going to go to Facebook and see if I see anybody in the chat room. If not, then hey, that's going to conclude the show for today. But even if you miss coming on this platform, please leave comments and share the video podcast. Put me on blast. I challenge any Black politician, male or female, within the United States on what I have written. All I need you to do first, read my story so that way you'll know what I'm about. And come on here and then challenge me. Put me to shame. I challenge any Black preachers, male or female, within the United States of America. I stand on what my Creator has given me, that vision. And so when you want to prove me wrong, come on this show and go ahead and try. All I ask for is a chance. This is a Nehemiah assignment. This is bigger than myself. And so I'm doing the best that I can with the resources that I have. I'm on a shoestring budget. All of my funds go towards my bills, food, and rent. So it is what it is. But I'm trying to create and build the best African-American business within the United States since Black Wall Street. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm reaching out to Black filmmakers within the United States, African filmmakers within the United States. Read my story first. That's the main thing. That's how you can help. That's how we can speed stuff up. Purchase the book, help get this book on that bestsellers list, so that way the Black world and the world in general can take our cause serious. I'm looking in the chat rooms and I don't see anyone. It's okay. I do this every month. And I'm going to keep doing this until I'm able to raise the funds. So with that being said, thank you all for listening. Peace and blessings. And that's going to conclude our show for today.